All right, welcome to day 27. This is the last Saturday session before I take a deload week, the last session of my week. No double session today. This session was done pretty late in the afternoon. I sort of bummed around all day and the body was just so fatigued. I still wanted to get this session done. And looking at it, knowing I had to do some decent weighted snatches, some echo bike intervals, a hard EMOM. It was going to be a bit of a mental grind to even just get it done when I feel good, let alone at the level of fatigue that the body and mind is at the moment. But came in, warm up, got into it, and I was much more happy about doing the session than I would have been if I had skipped it. So this workout is just an EMOM, 20 double unders into one squat snatch, starting at 70 kilos, and then you add 5 kilos every minute until failure, or until you fail to hit the weight during the minute. And there's not much time after hitting some of the heavier weights to really have another attempt and hit it if you miss. So this was kind of just go until I missed, and I was pretty happy with where I got to at the moment. My snatch weight is a little bit down from what it has once been on a consistent basis. I am consistently hitting 105 though over the last few weeks, but I feel as though that's a little bit down to where it needs to be. And with the release of the Torian Pro Event 2 workout, which has ring muscle ups into squat snatches going up to 120 kilos. I am a little bit off the mark at the moment, but I'm going to do my best to put a little bit of weight back on to my body. My frame at the moment is the lightest it's ever been. I stepped on the scales and I weigh 83 kilos, which was very surprising to me. I haven't been that light since I was in high school. And I am lean at the moment, leanest I've been in quite some time, but I didn't realize how much body weight I had dropped through the last few weeks. The last time I weighed myself, I was 87 kilos, and I thought that was getting a bit light too. So to drop another 4 kilos in 4 weeks is pretty insane to me. I didn't realize just how much weight was coming off, and I now know why some of these top-end weights are starting to feel so tough to do, and the power and the strength just doesn't feel like it's there. Feeling fit enough, though, can move well. Body weight stuff is obviously easier, but to be able to hold on and be in the mix with these workouts at Torian, I'm definitely going to have to be a little bit heavier. Otherwise, I'm just going to be coming too far down the leaderboard if I'm not able to hit some of these heavy weights on this snatch workout. The 120 kilo bar it finishes with, I don't think that's going to happen, particularly at the moment. I've never done it as it is. But if I can hit the 111 kilo bar, I'll be pretty satisfied. And if I can hit the 116, I'll be very happy. That's going to be quite a miracle if I do hit that. My body weight is about 10 kilos lighter than I've been when I did hit some of those sort of weights before. I've done 115 kilo snatches in competitions multiple times, and I kind of felt as though that was where my strength was at the moment. 105 on that last snatch, and I didn't anticipate going much heavier, so I put the 110 kilos on here, and unfortunately didn't quite get that. And I just feel as though the pull off the ground and just the handling of the weight just feels so much harder on my body at the moment when I get to this sort of a weight. So if I can gain maybe 2 or 3 kilos of body weight back, these sort of weights may be able to somehow move. Workout 1, this is the EMOM, 18 unbroken power snatches with 43 kilos, 15 cal ski, 15 ring dips, a 21 cal ski, and then minute 5 is the rest. So it's 4 rounds of this in total. I kind of felt as though this would be a tough enough EMOM just because of the unbroken mandate on the first minute, but coming off the rest minute, I thought I should be able to handle it and hold on. First set felt okay. Little bit of a tough start. Even this first set, it really gets your heart rate up and your breathing rate once you put the bar down after doing such a big chunk of reps unbroken. 15 cal ski is a little bit mentally easier, knowing that it's probably the easiest minute in this other than the rest. The ring dips are easy enough because it's not a big heart rate jack up exercise. It's just a bit of muscular, but the triceps and shoulders do have a bit of fatigue after going from the power snatch and the ski into the ring dips. And then the 21 cal ski to finish, you can really utilize that whole minute if need be. I tried to still push my pace as much as I can, but to do 21 cals in the minute, you still have to be holding a pretty good pace, even when you are a little bit fresher than what I felt in this workout and just in general. Managed to do all of the sets unbroken and finish the reps in the minute, so was quite happy with this. Really felt it after, and I was really working quite hard, breathing pretty hard after every round, but happy that I got through it. So after a little bit of a break from that EMOM, which I took a little while to recover. Almost basically cooled down and contemplated whether or not I do the rest of this session. I kind of was in my head a bit on that ski erg piece, telling myself just finish this off and that'll be it for the day. You know, body's tired, you're pushing, just push hard here, and then you can do this tomorrow or make it up somewhere else. But after sitting there after recovering and doing a bit of a mental talk in my head, I decided to just get this done. I'm glad I did. Just echo bike intervals are hard enough as it is when you're fresh and you can put the power in and it's going to hurt. When you're tired, it's less about how much intensity and output is going to come out of it, but more just the fact that you've got to do an echo bike interval under fatigue. 3 sets on this one, 30 cal to start, aiming to do that in under a minute and a half each time, and then you go 15 cals, 12 cals, 9 cals, 30-second break in between each one. This was, it was only 3 sets, so I kind of that was what kind of helped me convince myself to just start it and do it. I also said just get on the bike, do that first 30 cals, even if it's not the fastest, just start, see how the body goes, warm into it. And then the 15, 12, and 9 are manageable chunks. They're only short efforts, 30 seconds at a time, give or take, for each respective set. So each round was taking a bit over 4 minutes and 3-minute recovery between each set. I was breathing pretty hard after each one, but 3 minutes was enough time to settle back down and just do it again. And got it done, and was very happy that I made that effort to do it. And then just the accessory piece to go, which is always doable, as it doesn't require you to feel like absolute shit. Like these sort of workouts where you're breathing hard, your heart rate's up, your legs are burning, and it's just more pain for an extended period of time. So accessory piece for this session is 40 seconds on, a minute 20 off for 5 sets, 5 to 8 plyometric push-ups, and 2 max rep push-ups in the remaining time. So I went for 8 reps each set, and then the max rep push-up efforts, I was getting about 10 to 12 reps. Good little accessory to finish. Didn't feel as though my plyo push-ups had the most power and punch in the press, but still doing it. Got a nice little chest pump from this one, which gave me a little bit of a good feeling through the body to keep that going, and I ended up doing a little bit of my own bodybuilding accessory work after this to finish out the session, to make up for the lack of training that I did today, as I usually do a double session. So I felt, I needed to do a little bit, and for me, bodybuilding is fun. I enjoy it, and it's a little bit easier to do that. And just get some blood pumping and do some sets than having to do like a Metcon or something like that. So just modifying the day. Well, I didn't really plan much more than this session, but just making use of the time that I had while I was at the gym and getting a little bit of extra work in. So here we go with some bodybuilding work. Every 3 minutes for 3 sets, 15 dumbbell chest flies and 15 barbell curls. This one was just to get a nice pump on, moderately to lightweight here. For me at the moment, I would consider lighter weights for these movements, but that's where the body is at the moment. And in this session, fatigue levels are pretty high, and this was more just about getting some blood flow and a good pump on. And then finishing off the session with 15 rope hammer curls and 15 tricep rope push downs. Just a quick little arm pump, 4 sets every 2.5 minutes. So getting about just over a minute rest between each superset. Just started off with a little bit of decent control, but ended up just doing some pretty standard rep paces. With bodybuilding work, there's a time and place to go heavy and hard and just move the weights. And then there's a lot of gain and benefit to doing slow and controlled reps, feeling the muscle, mixing both in. So I just kind of did the reps as I felt was giving me a nice enough arm pump, but just getting some work in. I don't want the body to be moving too slowly at the moment. Leading into Torian, definitely want to be fast, want to be, moving with intent as opposed to slow and control. Bodybuilding is very much about feeling the muscle and creating trauma to the muscle fibers so they can regrow bigger. So that isn't my intention at the moment, although with this session it was to get a little bit of blood flow and I suppose maybe get a little bigger, even though I need to eat a little bit more for that to happen. But a good little way to finish the session regardless. And after this, I hit a few bodybuilding poses just to check in, see how my body composition is, and just to have something to look back on to see how lean I was at the time, as my body has never been super lean. I've always carried a little bit of more body fat. My veins don't tend to pop out like a lot of and they sort of naturally lean guys. So just a nice little check-in to see for myself where I'm at, as we always want to look our best as well as feel our best. And since doing CrossFit, aesthetics and physique goals have been less of a concern as performance goals go. So nice to just see where things are at from training a little bit differently and focusing a little bit less on the scales, the weight, and the aesthetics of the physique. But a little bit of a check-in, so we'll see how things are looking.